YouTubers are lying to you about node trees because you don't need 20 of them or a NASA flowchart to get a good look. So let's cut the bullshit and talk real color grading for videographers right now. I'm Giuseppe. I started off as a broke videographer hustling music videos for $50 back in 2019. Flash forward to 2025, I'm a remote colorist grading for clients all over. I'm talking music videos, commercials, indie films, you name it, I got it. So why do I say all this? I say all this because I get it. I was you, exactly in your position, lost in a swamp of tutorials that only made things more confusing. I remember I used to grade videos in Premiere Pro, and I was like, I color graded a few pictures in Lightroom before, so I was like, how harder can it be to grade a video? I'm just gonna fire up DaVinci and mess with exposure and contrast, give it some tint, and that's it, right? So I remember like the surprise when I watched these YouTubers grade on DaVinci with 25 fucking nodes, all in parallel, layer mixing, this and that, CST, color spaces. It was all new for me. And they looked like they had every fucking fancy trick in the book, even for the simplest grade, man. I'm telling you. Like the before and after, it looked like almost nothing was happening, but the node tree was like you take a look at what these motherfuckers were doing, like the before and after, and it looked like nothing was happening. But then you looked at their node tree and they had like fucking 25 nodes up, parallel nodes, layer mixing, CST, color space management, all these bullshit, man. And they were barely doing anything. So I was like, bro, what are you talking about, man? Why all of this? Why are you complicating your life? Nodes were so confusing at the start, man. I just didn't know where to start. Hey, if my grade sucks, maybe it's because I don't have a complex node tree like these guys do. So I just did what was natural. I copied them. And my results, still trash. So here's what no one tells you about professional color grading. Professional colorists build complex node trees fast because they know exactly what they want. And at first, the node tree looks scary because you don't know why every node is there. I have a few tutorials up on this YouTube channel that I'm building right now. Go watch them. I have a guide which has some basic concepts that you can learn to start grading right now professionally and have clean looking grades. Nothing too fancy. If you take a look at the way I'm teaching, when I grade, like when I really grade, when I stop talking and I just start doing, you'll see how fast I can grade. And I get node tree, like I get node after node, parallel, serial, all this. I exactly know how I want things to work because first I have experience and second I have intention. I know what needs to be done. Since I have expertise, I know exactly how to tell DaVinci what to do for me. You understand that? So when you're a beginner, you don't know why everything works that way, and I don't blame you because nobody in this space is explaining things properly. You always get like half-assed explanation. Like somebody explains one part of the puzzle, but they leave out the other one. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. I don't know if you feel what I'm saying. So you never get like a clear picture of why the fuck are we proceeding the way we are? Why? And this is a big problem because if you don't know what you're aiming for, you'll just stack nodes and hope for the best. But that's not color grading. That's just guessing, man. You don't want to be guessing. See, there's two types of people, basically. There's the preset pirates, who are just people that get a free look from the internet. They slap it on top of their footage. They slap it on top of their whole video. You can have different scenes with different lighting conditions and different set design, and they just slap it on top of whatever they have going on. And they don't even know if it works with their camera, what color space it works with, if there's a certain white balance that it needs to work with. They don't know nothing about that. And they just slap it on top of that. They adjust intensity if it's too strong, or they up the intensity if it's not strong enough. They mess with contrast just a little bit, and they call it a day. Don't be a preset pirate. Don't be a preset pirate, man. Learn how to grade like a true color king. Color kings are the people, just like you, who actually care about grading. Now listen, although it's true that the first group of people, the preset pirates, is more popular, there's more people that are part of that group. When you transition, you become a true color king. That's when you get ahead of 90% of your competition. It doesn't even care if their footage looks professional or not. So I say to you, welcome. Now let's bust out some myths. So first, YouTubers love complex node trees, not because they're good at grading, but because it looks impressive. If you don't know what you're doing and where you're going, you'll never get there, no matter how many nodes you stack. And that's why your grades look bad. It's not because your node trees are simple. It's because you don't have a vision. Listen, I'm a real colorist. I grade for a living, and I know what I'm talking about. I've graded scenes with node trees so simple that they would make you laugh. So here's what I want you to do as soon as you close this video. Forget chasing complicated node trees. Just forget about it. Pick a reference, decide what emotion or vibe you want to go with, and build your grade step by step for that purpose. So practically, what would I do? Let's say you have this clip, you have picked up a reference, and now you've got to really go about it and grade it. First, you want to convert it. Then you want to fix the white balance. If it's too blue, too magenta, too green, whatever, fix the white balance until it's neutral or close to what it should look like really. Then you go ahead and adjust the exposure. Doesn't mean that you need to max out your scopes like everybody says. Don't do that. Listen closely. The exposure, you can have an underexposed image or an overexposed one. It depends on what you want it to look like. So let's go back to your reference or the vibe you want to go with. Is it moody and dark? Is it more uplifting? Look at this scene. This scene could be way, way moodier, but I've graded it specifically to look like it does. To look at the setting I am in right now. It could be way, way moodier, but I don't want that. I want it to look like this. So pick an exposure. Once you picked an exposure, get a new node going, work your contrast, get the contrast going. Now, once you have exposure and contrast done, you're already 50% of the way there. Don't stress about it, okay? I'm making it simple. After this, you need to decide what colors do you want in your scene and what colors do you not want in your scene. Because listen, grading is not just about adding things. Bro, stop listening to this bullshit. It's not just giving it a tint. Decide what color is going to stay in your image and what color is not going to stay in your image. Because you can also subtract. A lot of the times, I'm going to drop this in this video, but I'm going to talk about it more in another one. A lot of the times, when you want to make something more saturated in your scene, the trick is not making that color more saturated, but desaturating the other ones. Because the way the eye perceives color saturation and the things that we see basically is relative. So if you have a really strong color surrounded by other strong colors, it's not gonna stand out. Do you understand what I'm saying? Think before doing. Think about what you want to be there and what you do not want to be there in your scene and act accordingly. That is how I would personally go about it. Convert your footage, white balance, exposure and contrast, then colors. That's it. Is it complex? Not necessarily. You can do this in 5-6 nodes, all serial. Sure, if you need to get something very specific that requires a more complex node tree, yeah, you might need to make a few parallel nodes here and there, but really, you can get away with much less than that. Even a basic 4 node tree can look fire if you know what you're aiming for. Because listen, it's not the number of nodes. It's the intention in your eye. So yeah, if you're a videographer who's tired of YouTube bullshit and wants real, actionable color grading from somebody who lives it, subscribe. I've got a few other videos on this channel that I've already uploaded where I do not just talk like this, but I take you through a very simple node tree structure that you can really use to get going, and I would suggest you watch it. Stop being a preset pirate and start to grade like a color king. So if you made it this far into the video, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret right now. I'm building a paid program right now, which is not just another BS YouTube course. This is the step-by-step real-world guide that I wish I had when I was in your place. I can't wait to launch it personally because I know it's gonna solve many, many problems. All right then, see you in the next video. God bless you.